Guys, listen.
Hey.
Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast, guys.
That's right.
We're coming to you today again at the top of the hour.
That's right.
Guys, listen. We really would love for you to share and like this page.
Please do that
Guys,
right now, guys.
Yeah, go ahead and do that now. But we'd love for you to like and share this page. We would love for you to do that. This is our relationship hour.
That's right.
Yeah, guys, we just talk
Hey.
about
That second picture.
different situations. At the end of the day, everybody loves relationships. Everybody loves relationships.
Talk about
they love
it.
To talk about it. Whatever it is they want to do. They love relationship, whatever that means to you. Guys, but today I'm just going to go around.
We're talking about relationships too.
That's right. And before we get there, I'm going to introduce everyone. We have Lady B in the house tonight.
Hey.
We have RW3 in the house. We have Lady T in
I'll
the
let your
house
boy.
tonight.
Lovely tea. Lovely day.
And-
Lovely
that's right.
day. Lovely day.
That's right. And yours truly, Antonio. Guys, listen, we're just going to get into it. But before we do that, guys, I'm going to turn this over to, who am I turning this over to?
RW3.
RW3. He has some things to talk about, guys. But listen, make sure you like and subscribe. The Roundtable Podcast is not just about you watching this here podcast, but guys, we actually are setting up things where we want to be able to meet people,
Yes.
and have different events.
That's right.
It's going to be coming on, and we would love for you guys to engage. It's some strong, great conversation, and guys. But I'm going to lend this over to RW3 so he can talk about what's on his mind.
We are planning a How to Love seminar. What we're doing, we'll be posting a link for you all to fill out a short survey. What is it, like 5 questions?
Yes.
5 questions, so we can tailor the How to Love seminar just for you.
That's right.
If you're interested in love, if you're struggling with being in love, if you want to fall in love, whatever it is about love that you need, this seminar will provide it for you.
That's right.
And it's going to be
Like
fun.
LL Cool J say, I need love.
Fun, engaging, interacting.
Some giveaways.
Giveaways. We know folk like stuff free, so we're going to give away some stuff as well. So just stay
it's
tuned.
free.
That's
And it's going to be
right.
free.
It's free.
That's right.
So stay tuned. So the energy that you're getting from us doing the
That's right.
Roundtable Hour and our
Yes.
Relationship Hour, we're going to transition that into a face-to-face seminar, so stay tuned.
That's right.
And guys,
Hey.
from what I understand, everybody wants to know how to love better, or at least be more deceptive in their love. I don't know.
More what?
But never mind. You didn't hear that. I guess all I'm saying is that you want to.
All right.
That's for your single guys out there.
my
Single women. Even single women these days. You know how y'all is. But my thing is that always keep in mind. And I think you guys are going to have a great time.
That's right.
We really, and even if you are on, I don't know if anybody's on. We're going to run this again anyway. Through the social media pages,
right.
post production, guys. But listen, like this. If you like what you heard about that, comment, leave a comment, leave a like, wave a hand, just say, "Hey, I hear you, RW3, lady, lovely T. I'm here with you, lovely T, and I want to be a part of that." Just put up a hand sign or whatever, and then you might do like the page, do whatever you do. But they're going to be talking more about it as we go along.
As we go.
We're gonna have a commercial out as we go along because we really, really, really want you guys to attend. And maybe I don't know if they even got a date. Right now I don't think it's any date set.
Not yet.
That's a great thing. So we want you
But the
to
survey
respond.
is critical.
That's right.
Because that's what's going to push us
exactly
to get that date together
So
so that we
Okay.
can, because again, we're trying to tailor it to what the audience wants
That's
to
right.
hear.
We're going to
So
need to
the
get
more
that
we
survey
know,
up.
it's ready.
our
This
audience.
is-
Where is the survey at?
So we're going
Talk
to
about that now.
Just give it to them. They'll
say
take
we're
it
going
from
to need
there.
it.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
We're gonna have this survey up so you guys can be able to
And
answer
it's
those
not going to be open forever, guys. So
right.
as
That's
soon as
right.
you can, we
That's
ask
right.
for you to respond.
That's right.
And more details to come out about a potential raffle for those who complete the survey.
That's right.
So make sure there is a spot on there for you to leave your email address. So if you want to be a part of that raffle when we get it together, make sure you leave your contact information.
And listen, the first 10 people who respond, I'm personally going to give you $1 to go to Wendy's and get $1 something for $1 off the list. Go ahead. Go do your
Wait. I will match that dollar.
What you gonna match?
Wait a minute. Wendy's got the 5 for 5?
They do
Yeah, 5 for 5.
Do they sell the 5 for 5?
I believe so. I haven't been to Wendy's in probably 10 years,
I
so
will
I'm not
match
sure.
that.
Look, duh.
Wait a minute.
Just
Are
gotta
you
learn.
saying all 10 people will get
We'll
a
get
dollar?
$1.
They're going to get $1. That's $10.
So I'll match his
That's
dollar and your dollar. So
that's
that's $3
$3.
for the first 10 people.
$3 for the first 10 people.
That's
Y'all
right.
They can get a Frosty.
You fool.
Yeah,
You done
sure.
got full.
You can get some
You
nuggets.
done got full. For
Yes.
the first
Right.
10 people. Now, I don't know if anybody's on now, but if they are, but you have to heard this live. It can't be in post-production. You say you're going to give me a, no, it can't be that. Wait a minute. Did we get a comment already? We got some hands. We got some waves.
We got some waves, y'all.
Hey, we need to get that link
Let's
out
wave
there.
back, guys.
We
Come on, y'all guys, wave back. Hey.
Yeah, they waved at us.
Hey.
So listen, we done already gave. I said the first 10 people, so we already got $2. you got these first 2 people just.
I got.
But you gotta put that
right
link
now.
on our group thing so they can get it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
here's
Somebody
Big
just
Bam.
comment named Shay.
What you say?
Oh, I gotta look.
Here we go.
Oh, hold on, but put the
comments
link
already.
on the on
Shay
that group
said,
thing, cut and paste.
Oh, she just gave a happy smile, a happy face.
I might got that one. Yeah. I got Shay.
Okay,
I got
cool.
She just gave one. Shout out to you guys. So maybe we're going to be giving 10 people $3 per person, so you can eat. Listen, Wendy's have a nice dollar menu. I think they have nuggets, cheeseburger, French fries. I think you even I don't know if you can get a Frosty.
You can get a
I
Frosty.
think you get a Frosty.
Oh, wow.
On the
$9.99.
dollar menu.
Oh, dollar
You
menu.
can get a little bit of everything on the dollar menu.
That's right.
All right.
$3 shoes.
You gonna be fed. We gonna feed you good. Okay. All you gotta do is just sit out. Okay.
We
shout
can,
out.
we can,
That's right.
we can pay not PayPal, Lord. What is it called? Cash App?
Cash App. We
No,
can cash App.
No.
See,
Yes.
So
Now,
what
No, I
would
ain't
you
cash
do?
app no phone.
now you thinking.
You know?
Now
Yeah,
No.
now you thinking, oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna set
we'll
up-
cash App.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
we
set up
will.
a round table. I don't know if I can set up a round
Yes,
table.
we can. All we
Okay,
gotta do is go to the.
That's
Oh,
right.
we gotta get incorporated. Go to the bank.
That's right. Okay, she gonna tell all the business. But we're gonna cash app you. We're gonna give you cash. I'll set up. I got a cash
we'll
app.
get
I
it
can save
together.
some money.
Because we still got the people that wave, so we know the first 10. But
Yes,
they got
Well,
to
they
complete
have
the
to
survey.
complete the survey, right?
Yeah,
They
they
have
have
to
to
complete the survey.
So
We need
as
them to
soon as
complete
we
the
get that
survey
link out,
first.
guys.
Huh?
Let's get the crack-a-lacking.
Let's do it. So what is on
Okay,
it?
Ty.
What's on it? Where I'm hearing this noise from?
It ain't mine.
Topic.
Oh, that's lovely tea. We can hear all
Don't-
the action going on.
Don't be a sucker and pay her bills.
But you got me on playback?
Who's this
I
at?
don't know what Tone doing.
This ain't me.
That is you, Tone.
Where?
It's coming from this, Tone.
It's coming from Jazz. Come on, y'all, the producer. Let's get it together, y'all.
It ain't coming
Shut
from
the
me.
door if we don't want to hear it.
No,
All right, come on.
So anyway.
All right, so guys,
We getting it together.
let's get it going on. So in this episode, guys, we will be discussing my girlfriend has over $8,000 in credit card debt and about $7,000 debts in student loans, and she only makes $32,000 a year, and I make $52,000 a year. He doesn't have any debt. We live in an expensive apartment, and I'm trying to save to buy a home in a few years. Her debt is overwhelming. She is asking me for $2,500 to pay off her credit card with the highest interest rate. She is only able to pay the minimum payment, and that is less than the interest charges each month. Should I put a contract in place just in case our relationship goes south and I want my money back? Do you think it's wrong for me to charge her 1% interest on the money I've given her? When I mention it to her, she gets very upset. Do you think I should pay the entire $8,000 on her credit card? What do you guys think?
I had a conversation with my girls about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
And what did they say?
Well, we all
Maybe they can call in.
we are all in the same.
Well, I got to plug this in.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, I already
No.
knew that.
Yeah, right, Tone.
No, but I mean, so first of all, I think the most ridiculous part of what this person is saying is 1% interest. Why would you charge interest? That's what you got.
That's the other one, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That was the last podcast.
Why would you charge interest? Why would you charge interest? You in a relationship with this person.
Right.
So I would rather you just say, okay, so my daddy taught me a valuable lesson, God rest his soul. Do not loan what you cannot afford to. Meaning, if you give it and not expect it back.
That's right.
So I would rather just say, you know what? I think I can give you $500 towards it. Use it how you need to. That's all I can give. So, hey, hope that helps. And call it a day, you know. Or if it's
That's the craziest Negro spiritual statement I've ever heard.
Come on.
When somebody asks you for a loan, we have the mindset, oh, I don't want it back. No, I want my money back.
I'm not saying loan. I'm saying if you're in a relationship and you're trying to help this person out.
So they've been in a relationship for 2 years.
Loan situation, and that's what I'm saying. If you go into a loan situation, I feel you on that. You know, you want your money back. But where is the interest coming from? He gonna charge her 1% interest. What is that about? What? I don't get that. Can y'all help me understand?
Well, I guess
Tone can.
Well, my way would be this. Okay, so, you know, a lot of times we do the interest so we can make sure we get our money back. You know, everybody wants something on a return, right? So, yeah, I understand what you're saying in terms of the relationship. You know, why would you be charging me a 1% interest?
Right.
You know, I get that, but it's not really.
So
that
he's
bad.
saying, should he do it? He haven't done it yet, but he mentioned it to
he
her.
should not
and
charge
she got
her
very
interest.
upset.
Well, how do we know he wasn't playing with her? You know, I'm about
Well,
to charge
no,
you
he might be
1%.
serious.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting it in the question. I don't.
Well, now here's the thing. A lot of times people they put a percentage up there depicted upon when they'll get their return back. So they won't, because they have to wait a certain length of time, they say, well, because you making me wait, I need this off of that. I get that part. So now, like say, so we're talking about $2,500. So
$2,500.
So now it may be a payment plan. She might have said, I can only pay this amount back.
Right.
It's going to be probably a year or two, whatever. Who knows?
Okay.
So he might say, because it's taken that long for me to get my money back, which I could have made money off of that $2,500.
I go to the credit union.
Go ahead and give me no, because you're not gonna get a better interest.
Because, but
you're not gonna get no 1%.
I feel like I don't. Well,
you might get.
But see, my thing is okay. Okay, let me, because I'm being maybe a little emotional. I think it depends on. I think it depends on the kind of relationship. I think it's a difference if the person who's asking for the money has shown, you know, that they're pretty much responsible. Maybe they had a medical situation. Maybe it was just something that happened that put them in this situation. But pretty much you've been with them long enough to know that they have a good track record.
Wow.
And so, you know, you say, okay, that's different than we only been kicking it for 3 months.
Right.
And you up here asking me for $2,500. I think that factors into, you know,
I mean, I can see.
how I would.
And plus the context, you know what? It's actually right now, you know, it's a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago. He, because of, I mean, he's been married 10 years and he will give to his wife. And she will give to him, but sometime when they debate, she'll throw up in his face. So
She'll throw what up in his face?
That she's giving him something. So last couple of weeks ago, he said, "Can you loan me?" And of course, we're friends, you know. He said because he's so uncomfortable with going to his wife because
she throws it in his face.
You know, so he's coming to me outside.
Wow.
You know, his wife is
a
making
different relationship, though.
You know, so what I'm saying, so with him. There's a possibility that she could have shown herself to be one who, I don't know if Tom said about her business. So he has to put this stipulation on there based on her history of not taking care of business.
Where does the 1% come in,
well,
though?
again,
cheaper than the credit union.
Because he's saying that he's trying to save for him a house in a few years, so he's trying to really save his money. So,
well, I mean, I think that again, like I said, the percentage comes in depicted up on, I think, how long it's going to take to get the return back. So he's saying that at least I want to make money off of that.
You want to make money off the people, off the person that you.
I don't think it's that.
You see it every day. Then he said he also he said he also pay an expensive monthly
apartment.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Right, that doesn't matter.
I don't think that matter about the percentage. I think what matters about the percentage is that it obviously also shows the relationship.
Right.
Well, and that could be not a bad. It could be respectful. And what am I saying? I'm saying maybe he don't have an intent at this point in time of marrying her. So he don't know what's going to happen down the line. So I want to return back. Now, again.
That's why I said to me, the type, we have to consider what type of relationship this is, because in certain situations, what he's proposing makes sense.
Right.
But I guess it upset me because when I think about being in a relationship, there's constantly a give and take between the two.
Right.
Finances
I
are
don't know about $2,500 though.
What is
okay?
$2,500?
Because I'm looking at the simple fact that
but
2 years they've been dating.
If she came to you with a plan, she said, "Listen, I'm not getting anywhere with this."
That's right.
You're trying to buy a house.
That's right.
And we hope that we're going to be able
to
move in together.
We don't know if that's included though.
If you can help me with this,
right,
for this number of months, and and once I get that, I can pay you back in this number of months. Then that's going to free up more money that's going to eventually
what if she book
stay in the relationship.
What if he book up?
Well, it's his money. So
right.
What if she book up and there's no contract involved? There's no documentation.
I'm not 100% disagreeing with the contract piece.
Right.
Because I watch people's court.
Right. And we're talking about dating. We ain't talking about marriage.
Well, no, but they're living together and dating for 2 years.
Well, obviously he don't
trust her.
Well, I'm not gonna say trust. He don't know how far this relationship is going to go.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. So
on his part.
just in case, listen, I got you in contract. I'm not. I mean, I do love you. We're in some kind of relationship. I'm gonna say 1%. You know what I mean? Just to be fair with you. And I think that's fair. 1% is fair. Now, let me tell you why I think that's fair.
Please.
I believe that that's fair. And I'm going to say this. It all depends on how you got in the debt. Now, what do I mean by that? Did you go to the mall and you just start blowing the credit card, spending money over here, spending money over here? You know you was doing it unwisely, and now you jammed up. And you want me to come to your rescue. So
she got some student loans too. It did say student loans as well.
Yeah, he said 7 times the amount in student loans.
But I'm talking about the part of credit card debt. I thought I heard the word credit card debt in there.
$8,000 credit card debt.
Exactly. And see, so my thing is, I think she's concerned about paying that back because the interest rate is so high. So my thing is that it depends on how you got there. So if something happened, it was a bad mistake, and I was included in on that, then by all means, because I was in on that, let's make this happen. That's a good point. But if it's you going out blowing money on your credit card.
Well, and that's what I said. It depends on the track record of the person. Like, I think you should be with the person long enough to see somewhat of a track record of their.
And that's why he came to that conclusion, 1%, because she's been out there wilding out with her money.
Yeah, I believe that. It has to be there. You know, a lot. Okay.
So, God just will come to that conclusion. Yeah.
Well, guess what? You ain't gonna get it anyway. If her track record is that poor that you feel like you got to charge 1% because you're gonna get your money back. You're gonna get your money back plus.
Well, she doing it anywhere else. Look what she doing. Look, hold on, look. Right now at 800, if she maxed her card out, or even if she's over that 30% hump, she's already been charged a lot of interest.
You know what? If you charged her 1%. To me, a loving thing to do would be to set aside the 1% and then give it to her as a reward for paying.
You ain't gonna learn that way. If you went out and bought those red bottom shoes, you don't spend money on the red bottom shoes. You done got that purse.
But paying you back is a responsible act.
Exactly. So
that's what I'm saying. If she's spending money and being haphazard, she or he, the chances or likelihood of you getting your money back, regardless if you charge 1% interest or not, it's still going to be slim to none. If I'm dealing with a person like that, I'm not even going to get into a loan situation with them. I'm going to say, here's $500. I don't expect it back because I know their track record is poor.
But what if the 500 don't work? Think about it. The 500 is not going to work in terms of the interest. She's saying that she needs a certain amount of money, and maybe, I don't know if that's to bring the 30% down. Did that bring the 30% down at 2,800 or 2,500 off the 8,000? I don't know if that
makes it at a 30%
level.
right?
I don't know. You might have to do the math on that because that may take her out of those high
interest rates.
Yeah, interest rates. So she just need that to cover that.
Right.
So I guess all I'm saying is that it still goes back to say, hey, listen.
Yup, that would bring her 2,800 would bring her out, but
2,800 would bring her under that. That's what she should have been asking. That's what I've been asking for. Yeah. Hey, could you give me under that 30%? So my interest rate won't, and I won't be in the red, and my credit score won't drop. You get what I mean? Because that's what drops your credit score when you're over that 30. So my thing is this: if that's what she's doing, what are those doing? Okay, well if that's what happened, then that's what we should deal with. But all I'm saying is this: the 1% brings a line of discipline or responsibility, because now he could have asked for more, but I guess he's saying that I don't know when you're gonna pay me back. You get what I mean? It may be a year or two. I'm at least make something on that 25. You get what I mean?
Right.
Now, if we're not even married, you get what I mean? We can't even talk about nothing.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. What is the? I guess I can't get with your logic in terms of how the 1% makes her more responsible, because the act of her paying you back is the responsible act. The act, if she decides not to pay you back, then you can take her to court because you have the contract. I guess I'm having a hard time understanding how that 1%.
I'm gonna tell you.
Other than putting money in your pocket.
That's what it is. Because see, you understand.
But you're saying because I'm loaning you this money,
right?
You got to pay me because I'm loaning you this money.
Well, my money have to work for itself. Okay. So because 1% means that there's interest. It's not a lot.
It's not a whole lot.
But my thing is, my money when I'm sending it out is working for itself. Because what happens is you're being charged a percentage for having my money. So now when you bring it back to me, I'm adding on what you already owe me.
And then you're going to go take her out to dinner and spend that money
whatever
anyway.
it is you do. But I guess it's just it makes sense
that
in
just
that area.
Sounds kind of
Don't it,
bogus.
baby?
I don't think it sounds bogus.
Sound bogus.
If that was my friend, if that was even siblings sometimes, but you talk about the person that you
we got a comment.
She could be cooking for you. I mean,
you struggling with that, ain't you?
We got a comment. Somebody said, "Oh yes, he could never be my boyfriend."
Well, somebody said only if they're married, like I thought.
Yeah, somebody said only if they're married.
Well, see, now think about it. Think about this. If you make that statement, he can never be my boyfriend. Let's look at this guy's character from what just been displayed. He has a great credit score, right? She knows that she can actually go to him to get the money. So obviously he must have it. So that shows that he's responsible. That also shows that he know how to save money.
Got
that
a plan,
same thing is
saving to buy a crib.
Right, he's trying to buy a house. So why would that person not be someone that you want to be in a relationship with? Because of your bad spending habits or what happened to you shouldn't mean that he's a bad person, somebody I want to be with. You should look at him and learn from him because you out here buying them red bottom shoes,
but
getting your head twisted and all these old prices. You know, dog away.
But I listened. I listened, Tone. I did. And I listened for you to say, for your reasoning for the 1%.
Right.
You didn't say that it was so that she could learn how to be more fiscally responsible.
Well,
what did Tone say?
He said that it was because
his money need to work for itself.
His money need to work for himself, which is selfish. Which is selfish.
That's not selfish. In
a relationship.
Hold on, but listen, because the relationship. We all know that there's no such thing as a final relationship. It can end at any moment. You get what I mean? So my money, I can love you and we can still do business. What's business is business. What's personal is personal. So I can sit there and look at your situation and say, you ain't good with your dollar. So now you coming to me, I'm going to teach you a lesson. It's not going to be a serious lesson. I'm I'm not gonna charge you 25%. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it 25% because you got bad credit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say 1% because I love
the person you're dating.
What's wrong with that? I'm not married to you. We're not in a covenant relationship.
I can agree with a contract. I agree with you there.
Well, that's what's gonna happen with
you
the contract.
You got me there. I agree with the contract because a contract is binding in court. If you ever have to take this person to small claims and get your money back, you got the contract.
Would you do that to your wife?
Not with my wife. I wouldn't.
You just give it to her.
Yeah, she'll just take it. I ain't got to give her nothing. She just go to the bank. I'll do it anyway. Click, click. You know what I mean? So I don't. But my thing is, it's totally different. But listen, all I'm saying is, you know, doggone well that if you don't believe, and how we know he really want to be, we don't even know nothing about the relationship.
We don't.
We don't know nothing about it. All we know is that this guy say, hey, 1%. We can sign on the dotted line. 1%. I'm gonna just pull that from you. I don't think that it shows the sign of, and then guess what? Sometimes we pay it back quicker. We throw a percentage on there. We make sure it get back to that person.
Well, I do see that he's trying to build for his future. He said he's trying to buy a house in a few years.
But for them, because again, what I guess and you're right. That is the big question mark is understanding the nature of this relationship. Because if you're talking about being with this person long term, then ultimately what you're doing is going back into the relationship.
What do you mean?
So if she gets her credit score together,
right,
that benefits both of them in the long run if they remain a couple. If there's long-term planning.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, in a utopia world, you know. I mean, it's everything is perfect and moving. But all I'm saying is, I'm not. What I'm saying is that you made this mistake. You went down this road. I need to look at you. You know doggone well if somebody steps to somebody with bad credit, they're going to charge them interest. If they even have a habit of not being able to deal with their finances. You might as well
go to the check advance place.
No, not with a 1% interest rate. I'm coming to you. That's a 1%.
Now, my opposing argument is this. If we're in a relationship, there is something I should be getting different within a relationship that I'm not getting in the world, meaning that if I'm getting from you what I can get out in the street,
I might as well get it out the street.
What is this relationship about?
He's saying the 1%. He's saying the 1%
interest rate is nothing. You might. What is 1% on 2,500? Well, I guess it depends over the time. So it's not gonna be nothing. It's not. It's not gonna be nothing. Listen, what it shows to me is responsibility. He seemed like the type of guy that deals with responsibility.
You wouldn't get no cooked meals.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But,
you had to put 1% on that.
I don't believe that because the simple fact that I just gave you $2,500.
But you told me I had to pay you back
1%.
that and some.
I wish we had some math students in here to add this up.
$2.50.
No, 1% interest rate, that's not really no money. I guess all I'm saying is it's
$20. Is it $20?
Yeah, it's almost like you giving them nothing.
$20.50.
Yeah, so I don't think that it's I just believe that it's helping
$25.
them. Yeah.
$25.
Yeah, so $250.
That would be 10%. Of 2,500.
Yeah, 1%.
1%, $25.
Yeah, so I mean, what's the big deal? You give me 20. You can listen. Look what she can do right now. She can wait till she get her check. Say, hey, here go that interest. Boom, $25.
I don't know.
Now
I think it's the intent. I think it's the intent. If you're saying, listen, honey, if we're gonna be in this long term, let's be honest about your fiscal responsibility. It needs improving. So I'm going to loan you this money, but I'm going to charge you this interest because I think you need to understand how money works. And if you go out to the outside world, they're going to charge you even more interest. So I'm trying to do this to help you be a better, more fiscally responsible
depending on who that person is, they're going to feel like you treat me like I'm a child. You're being condescending.
Well,
it can move in that direction.
Wow.
Somebody can be like,
I'm gonna be honest.
My daddy or something.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I just don't see nothing wrong with it. With the 1%. Now you said 25%. Then I say, okay, maybe you probably just need not to borrow the money. And he telling you how he feel about you as a person. You know what I mean? He don't trust you. He don't know if this relationship gonna be long. And at the end of the day, I care more about my money than I do about you at 25% interest rate. But at 1%, that's cute. I'm playing around.
Okay.
Give me $25 back. That's fun. You know what I mean? It's not. You got $2,500. You just resolve your issue with that $2,500, whatever it was. So now we can go ahead and play. Go in and cook some more dinner. You know what I mean? I kicked out $2,500. I'm asking you. I shouldn't even ask you to cook. You should say this brother care about.
Right. The fact.
At 1%
Hold on.
interest rate.
While I'm on my way to the bank, get it when I get back. The meal should be ready.
Yeah, it should be ready, right? Wow. That's all right. $2,500. And we just dating.
I tell you, I guess you got to buy the groceries because I got to take that $25 and give it to you. Instead of that steak and that shrimp.
Do you believe that there's some people who are afraid to ask their boyfriends or girlfriends for that amount of money?
For $2,500?
Yeah, $2,500. Do you think that they will be like, what you need this for? What did you do with your money? Or why did you do that? Oh, so you just irresponsible.
I would. I'm like, for what? I would say for what?
Okay, what if they came to you with a plan, though? I mean, are you visualizing somebody just coming to you and like,
give us a scenario.
Can I get it? Okay. So you're cohabitating. Okay. So there's been a history of exchange. Maybe she's, giving this person some money.
We got some comments.
Not as much.
Get through.
Okay.
But, giving this person some money for different things. And now, she's in a place where she need help. And so she come to him and say, listen, I got a plan. I'm trying to cut this particular bill out because once I cut this out, this will free up money. And then I can take on more after this 6 months because instead of paying this, I can pay it into these other things so that you don't have to, but I need you to give me that money up front so that I can get this off my back.
I say, well, maybe I'll sacrifice 3 meals a week while you get a part-time job at Target. And then you can.
And I'm gonna tell you to get out.
Woo! All right, guys, we got some hot topics. We got some hot comments. Okay.
I think it's the same.
Somebody said great discussion. Nope. Great discussion topic. Is the relationship intentional heading towards marriage? Right. If it is, this is a serious topic to look at. Right. The spending habits that created the credit card debt. Right. I loaned $2,000 to a friend and I still haven't seen anything.
Still haven't seen
2 years.
If it was 1% interest on it or not.
It's a tough situation because you don't want to cause issues.
Yeah.
The red hat man preach about credit card debt. The red hat man. Preach about
Antonio.
Antonio.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, no, I guess my thing is that it just, to me, it goes back to, you don't want to be looked up as like a punk in this relationship. Now, I'm going to say in this relationship, because it depends. Some people will try you. They will. Listen. They will go out and they will do what they do, and they know that you will be the crutch. You are the cane that carries me around. If I fall, I know I can always rely on you to bring me back up.
But
so
when alone, I can see if you were saying the person just said, "Okay, here's the whole $2,500. You don't have to pay me back." That's being a bit of a sucker.
Not just the fact that
I'm
you
not
said,
saying that.
Well, the fact that I guess you can go anywhere with it. I guess all I'm saying is that I will look at you in a way because we're not married. If we don't have no intentions on getting married, you better be glad I'm charging you 1%. I probably would have gave you 10%.
Robert, where do you stand?
Honestly, I would have said 10%. I would say
you would have said 10%.
Yeah, I would say give me back 10%. I'll lay out in the car. If you want me to see my car, but 10% only because
I'll be like, you better not ever fall on your knees.
How long do dating really last? You know what I mean? If we're not really serious, sometimes we been in this thing. This came with the relationship in terms of boyfriend and girlfriend. But when you married, you say this person owed me. When you go to court, they're gonna say, no,
it's a marriage.
It's a marriage. You guys, it's a gift to both of y'all, pretty much. You paid him out her debt, but it's different when you dated.
And again, I did say as a precursor, I think that's the word I want to use. It depends on the time. We have to understand like the dynamic of the relationship to really,
that's right.
Know if we're on the mark or off the mark in terms of loaning money.
But there's a couple things. One, like you all said, if I see the person, as being a responsible person, and I love her and we're in a relationship together, I'll just say, here you go, babe. I'll just give it to her. She wouldn't have to pay me back. If I'm concerned and we just kicking it, we're not on that road, I was, you can ask your dad or your mom. I ain't even gonna mess with you at all, even with the percentage rate, because I don't think I'm gonna get it back if I know that's an irresponsible person. So either I'm just gonna give it to you because I love her and we together and I trust you, or you're not gonna get it. Because if I have to add a percentage rate,
right? What does it? Doesn't
I ain't messing with you.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
I think that it shows you.
And I ain't about to. My job to teach you nothing.
Well, I think that it shows you what type of person that I am. I think it shows you what type of person that I am. If we're dating, and it depends on if I'm a trick, if I ain't no trick,
If
whatever
you
it is,
what?
whatever it is, I'm not gonna give you $2,500 on your mistake that you made easily. I'm not gonna put it in your hand unless I don't expect it for it back, and I'm laying like that. If I got that kind of money in the bank, then I'm cool. But my money got to work for me. $2,500, yeah, baby. I know you love me. I love you, but we don't know what this love gonna say next year. You might be out. And then your debt might accumulate so bad I might don't even want to be with you no more. So I'm out. So I'm putting that 1%. I'm putting
you're not with that person because you love that person.
Well, I'm looking at the problems. Like someone said in the comments, you don't know that's an important sign that would come up to say if we're going to get married, are you the kind of person to just go blow money?
Right.
And you expecting for me to bail you out of this?
Yeah.
And that's what it sounds like, a bailout. So my thing is, if it's a bailout, well, let me look at, okay, so I know we love each other, but this is what I do in bailouts. We've been in the bed together. So, hey, 1%. I'll give you 1%. 1% in interest, because I don't know if I'm going to see you next year.
But even in the comment, even in the way that the question was structured, and this is a huge leap, a huge assumption, but it doesn't sound like a totally irresponsible person, because to me, a totally irresponsible would expect a bailout and say, "Hey, can you give me $2,500?" But this person calculated what it would take in order to bring her down within a range that would bring her interest rate down.
That's a good point.
So there was thought put into the amount. To me, that doesn't sound like, and again, this is a leap, but it doesn't sound like someone who is like completely fiscally irresponsible.
Well, I'm going to say this. I believe that he should do that, meaning charge the 1%. You're getting $2,500. Come on. I'm helping you with that situation. I'm giving you $2,500. We ain't said I do. I ain't put no ring on. So the 1% is just something that don't make me look like a sucker. I don't look too bad.
A sucker to who?
To me, myself. And to how you gonna read me to say, this Square Bob just gave me $2,500. I'm cool. I'm gonna throw it back to you when I get it. You see what I mean?
But how does the 1% change that behavior?
It depends on the business mind that he has. So now listen. Okay, so now we're in the realm of the sense of how you think as a business person. So and for me, the reason why I can understand what he says, because I understand what interest rates are. I understand what they're for. So my thing is, depending on his mind, if he's talking about buying a house, his dollar makes sense. His dollar sits in the bank. And if it leave the bank, those kids, like they used to say on Shark Tank, those kids, when they go into someone else's hand, they want their father to be happy. So they want a return that's going to be thrown back to them, so those kids can go back in the bank, sit in the bank pretty, even if it is $25.
Did y'all follow that?
Well, you got to understand the logic. But what I'm saying is that he's using the terminology as money as being kids. He's using the same thing as the interest rate means that the father's going to be happy because they're making money off that dollar.
I get that.
They're happy. So all I'm saying is that from that perspective, I get it. Now, the 1% show that he cares. I think the 1% shows that he cares, because he could have said 10%.
Yeah.
He could have said 25%. 1% is nothing. That's nothing. I think he do show that he cares.
Okay.
Because listen, we're not in a relationship that's bound by contracts where I know that my money is safe with you because we married, but we just dating. 10%. I would have did 10%. I would charge you 10% on that. on that
$250 to borrow $2,500.
You go anywhere else, they're gonna charge you that.
Yeah, you sleeping with her and you doing
But you're not anywhere else, and you're not.
Right.
What?
You're not just anywhere else. You're not. I have an expectation on the flip side. If I am I'm just going to take a leap.
Right.
In a relationship with someone, I love her. I don't expect to be treated by her as I get treated out in the street. I have a different expectation on how she interacts with me, how she deals with me. Right. On every level. And I have a different expectation for someone who I'm in relationship with.
But I don't think that you would charge somebody on the street 1%. I don't think nobody would charge someone on the street 1% because they're not gaining anything.
But you just said 10%.
Exactly. I said 10% because you're going to get more out of that 10 than you get that 1. So what my thing is that I'm saying I don't think that you're treating someone in the street. I wouldn't charge anyone in the street 1%. I'm going to nail you up depending on how, because I don't know you. I don't know who you are. You know what I mean? But at least you in my house. I
guess the logic that I'm
where's the logic? I don't see where the wrong
how
is.
you're translating.
Show me the wrong.
Adding interest
1%
to ensuring payback.
Well,
like I get you. I get the money
that.
Working for you, but that's just the part that
well,
1 plus 2 is not equaling 3 for me.
Well, here's the 3. He's showing you that you can't go anywhere and not be charged interest. It doesn't matter.
I can get a credit card for 0% interest for 12 months and pay it off and never pay interest.
No, until you mess up. You see what I mean? Because that interest gonna come. It's gonna come. It's just when. But my thing is this. So I guess I'm just saying like this. Is that I don't know. You can't go anywhere. And now if that's showing responsibility, if you I guess from his perspective, he's showing to be more responsible. Listen, I got you now. Even if it is $25, that $25 is to teach you a lesson. Because guess what? If $2,500 is hard, maybe the 25 is hard. I don't know what your situation is. But I'm saying is that this is going to teach you a lesson that you can't go anywhere and just borrow $2,500 from anybody and not expect more on that dollar. And he's just saying that, listen, I'm going to do it lightweight. I'm going to get 1%. I see it. I see it.
Okay.
I see it clearly. I mean, I don't know. I see it clearly. And I don't see that that's going to mess with our love. It's not going to mess with our relationship.
Well, clearly she sees it. She has a different perspective because she's mad.
Well,
the fact that he said
she's upset.
well,
Right.
she's upset.
She was kind of like me.
Can it be that? Can it be that? Or can it be that it's her debt that needs to get paid, so she's more angry with the fact that you supposed to bail me out,
but that's not a bailout.
Well, I think she's upset. I think she's upset potentially with
a credit card,
with the interest part of it.
Yeah,
like
1%,
much like I
$25.
was. Yeah,
1%.
That's an insult.
I would have found that humorous. I would have found if my girlfriend, if my wife was my girlfriend, I would have found that humorous, and I would have laughed. I said, "Girl, please, here, I got your $25 right here, boom." So now we good on your. And she'd have been, oh yeah, laugh. And it would have been done. It's not that serious. It's not serious if we gonna divorce or we gonna, break up or we gonna have these and ill will intentions towards each other. You spend $25 in gas, on food, lunch, whatever. Just getting the $25.
But going back to Robert's point, where does the value of the fact that the two people are in a relationship?
Right. I'm charging you 1% if we're in a relationship. I don't know how to call
and
it.
This is and part of it is
1%.
I'm charging 1% when because clearly it sounds there is some financial challenges. So by adding a percentage rate to it, I am compounding
That's right.
whatever potential challenges that I'm having financially anyway.
That's right.
We talking about $25.
Right.
She make $32,000
I think it's the principle.
But she
No,
she has seven.
exactly.
She has 7 times that in student debt.
loans.
She's not asking him to help me pay off this $100,000 student debt. She's saying I have these high interest credit cards and
That
I
you
only
made.
make $32,000.
What if
Right.
they made
That
it
you
together?
knew
What
when
if
you
she bought
spent that
stuff for
money.
him?
It-
What if she bought stuff for him?
That's
not.
gonna come. That's gonna cease and desist.
Hold on, but listen. Robert RW3 said something. What did you say? What was your last statement?
I don't know, so deep I forgot.
You said something. What was the last word that you said?
Let's play it back.
Man, I don't remember.
Some out of expectation or it was something.
You made me forget, man.
Whatever it was, I knew it, and I was saying exactly the principle of it. You said it was the principle of it. So exactly, that's how I look at it. So this 1% interest is the principle of you can't just go blow your money, spend it any way you want.
But you're making an assumption that was what happened.
You are too. We all are.
No, I'm not.
I done heard so many assumptions from you.
I said she could have got into a medical situation.
That's an assumption.
It is an assumption.
So
let's consider. Let's consider.
That's right. Let's rock.
It's not necessarily okay. So let me ask: if you determined, based on her track record, that she's basically a responsible person, but there was a situation that maybe threw her off. I don't know.
I can draw it for you right
now. So let me give you another thought about this though. When someone is down, right? It can almost appear as if, you know what? When I'm down, I need you to help me, and I don't need you to be a mercenary. I don't need you to kick me while I'm down.
Right.
Like there may be a need. All things that are lawful are not expedient, meaning that she does need to learn a lesson. Say we make an argument, she does, but is that the time to teach it when I'm down?
That's a perfect time to teach it.
When you're down.
That's because
when I'm down. Like hold on, I'm already struggling for that guy that's dead.
No, down means you lost your job, you don't have an income, and I'm depending on you to take care of this household. And down is not that we just assuming. We're just assuming. Down doesn't mean that I went to Nordstrom.
But
hold on, wait a minute, let me get it. And I got this credit card, and I see them new shoes, and I say, oh my God, I got to have them. Boom, I'm here somewhere, I'm with my girls, and boom, I'm paying for everybody to eat. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying that the money needs to be paid back. Now, if in this letter that she typed, if she would have said, listen, you know, something happened, and it does, crisis. I used to always hear that the average person is 3 paychecks from being homeless.
One.
Yeah, they would say the average person at least 3 paychecks from being homeless.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. Okay, so if you was in a situation where your car went down, the engine blew, you know, something happened traumatic, or in that situation, and you had to use the car, you know you can't pay it back as quick as I need to, and you have the money. Now I will come and I wouldn't charge you the interest. I would say, you need the help. Let me help you because you got to keep this thing moving. So just pay me back. If in that situation, maybe if I had the money, I wouldn't even charge. I would just fix it. You get what I mean?
Right.
But in that situation, but we never got the true narrative of what's going on.
Oh, how she got.
That's exactly what I've been saying all along.
So we all just speculating.
That's all I've been saying.
But I'm saying that why she wouldn't put that in a letter. I really needed this because
he wrote the letter.
Okay, so now he didn't put in the side notes to say, listen, you know, and I'm just gonna flow. Y'all know how I go. I'm just gonna believe that if something happened and she spent the money on her own, it wasn't a dire need situation. She spent the money. Now I caught up with her. Now she's trying to get out of debt. She see her credit score dropping. A lot of times that's what happens because that 30%, you know, and it depends on how many credit cards you have too.
Right.
So anyway, you know, now I need to take care of this because I'm paying all this money and I can't buy no more shoes because I'm giving Nordstrom or Visa or I'm giving them $300 now, and I could have used that $150 to give me some more shoes. See, I'm saying, what is the intent? So far, it sounds as though he see what happened. I'm charging you 1% because it's your fault. You did that. You didn't have a situation that I needed to come through. And any man that's in a relationship gonna deal with it. We like the knight in shining armor if we have the money. You want to feel like that guy. You get what I mean? That want to help your princess out, your woman, whatever. You want to help because you got the money in the bank. Hey, okay, I got you. But now if you run in the street doing all this and you wild Lucy, nah, 1%, no, 10%. Listen, guy, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. You should charge the 10% depending on the situation. 10%, hey, 10%. I want my 10%. And I just want my money on time. And if we break up, you know, it doesn't change. This is until debt paid off. Here, there you go. That's me. That's where I'm at with it. How about you? Where's you at with it? Look, guys, listen, comment. What do you believe? Robert, go ahead, RW3.
I was saying, we know she had her buddies were upset about it before she even started.
That's good. That's what we want. I want you to be upset because this is the thing. What is it going to teach you? RW3 say, is this a time to teach you? I think it's the perfect time to teach you because if you go to anybody else, if you go to bank, whatever that was, that place called, where you go to them little buildings and you get loans out. Advance loans.
Check advance.
Check advance. Yeah. They're going to charge you out of kazoo. And they're going to take your paycheck. I'm talking about 1% because I love you. I'll give you 1% because I love you. And at least you're getting the money, and I'm only getting $25 back. Come on, that's a steal.
No, I mean,
that's
and I guess the reason, getting upset.
You basing it on love.
Well, right. I mean, I'm
love
saying like
don't
because it's a
right.
relationship.
It's
a
love don't always make it right.
Now, if somebody, again, if I've only been in a relationship with this, but they did say 2 years.
Love got to
they
do?
did say 2 years.
2 years, not a long time.
2 years, but it's
2 years.
it's long enough for you to see how the person's spending habits are.
So that's why
and
he
you
did
know
1%.
what? Because God rest his soul. My brother, oh my goodness, I learned my lesson the hard way with him. Loaned him money, never got it back, got a bunch of excuses. But that's my brother, so
That's
I had
right.
to like the other person was saying, who loaned out $2,000. Like I had to eat that because the relationship with my brother was more important.
That's right.
But what I learned from that is, again, like my father was saying, like if he came to me and asked me for some money, I had to ask myself, is this amount something that I can not live with? He is not somebody I would go into a contract with.
That's right.
Because I already know his record. If I'm gonna loan him some money, it's something that I can. I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back. To me, it don't even matter.
Lesson learned. That's lesson learned.
I'm gonna give you the money.
That's
if you pay me back, good. If you don't,
that's right.
That's fine too.
And that's normally how I am. That's normally how I am. I don't write me. Don't call me. If I see dealing with the need, I'll deal with it. I'm not looking for it back. And I've never been in a situation where I've looked for money back because I'm giving it to you knowing that maybe you can pay it back. You would be asking me for it if you could pay it back. And I don't like those excuses. And to keep our relationship now, if it was a loved one in terms of a family member, we all giving out money, whoever. But now the dollar amount, if it's $2,500, you ask me for, I'm going to ask you what you need it for. Then I'm going to ask
Get you out of jail.
Yeah, well, guess what? Okay, whatever it is, I'm going to go with you to pay it. It's not going to be a situation where you take that money and you burn it up.
Right.
I'm going to help you pay whatever it is you need to pay because depending on what kind of, especially if you've done it more than one time. You get what I mean? I'm not going to I ain't rolling it out to you. If you need some food, well, we're going to go to the grocery store, pick out what you need, and I'm going to pay it for you. Because you're going to, look, whatever you say, you're going to use that for that money. I got burnt. I've gotten burnt that way. And I knew in people's mind they was playing a game, But whatever, I just ran with it. But yeah, lesson learned. Lesson learned. 10%. That don't get out of the 10%. Charge her 10%. If she ain't acting right, go to 25%. And get your money, man. Get your money, man. Get your money, man.
Everybody share the page, like the page.
Share the page, like the page. Guys,
right.
We look forward to seeing you guys. We got some hot topics. We have some hot guests coming up here.
We got some hot guests.
Guys, like and share, like RW3 say. Like and share this page. Guys, we love you. We'll see you next week.
3 strikes, I'm out.
Have a lovely day.
I like what y'all do.